Hi everyone, it is Monday today and we are focusing on symmetry. So something is symmetrical when it is the same on each side. So when we're looking at shape today, if there is a central line down the middle or across, then it has to be exactly the same on each side. A line of symmetry can be either horizontal, so that is going from left to right, or it is vertical, which is going up and down. I will touch upon this a lot more in our video coming up, so let's get ready for our warm-up. Lines of symmetry. Let's get ready. So horizontal or vertical, we have some pictures and we need to decide which one's which. So as we spoke about before, I will remind you, a vertical line runs from top to bottom and a horizontal line runs from right to left across the page. So number one, is this building stretching up horizontally or vertically? Pause here and have a little think. So that is right. If you got that vertically, it is running from top to bottom. Number two says, is the line of the horizon horizontal or vertical? There's a little clue in the word, isn't there? Well done. So horizontal that was. And number three, do elevators travel horizontally or vertically? Pause here and have a little think. Well done if you got that right. That was vertically, as an elevator also runs from top to bottom. Well done. So let's get learning. What is a vertical line of symmetry? Well, we know that lines run from top to bottom or up and down is another way we could say it. So here is a football pitch. How exciting. And they have drawn a line of what they think is symmetry. Pause here and have a little think. Do you agree? Well done. So no, it wasn't right, because as we've said before, a line of symmetry has to be the same on each side. So if we take a little look now, it is exactly the same on each side, the same space and the same objects as well. So well done if you knew that wasn't right. Again here, they've tried to draw a line of symmetry. Do you agree or disagree? Pause here if you need to have a little think. Well done. It was right. They had the same amount of space on each side. Well done. I've just shown you that by putting it on top of each other. Okay, we have a L shape here. And they've drawn their line of what they think is symmetry. Do you agree or disagree? Have a pause and have a little think. So let's move that along. Was that equal? No, we have a whole portion of the object left over, so that was not equal at all. So now we're going to have a little look at some questions which link to your worksheets today. It's a little warm up here. So here are some lines of symmetry. We're going to have a little think whether we think they are right or wrong. So what I would like you to do is have a little think now about whether they are all symmetrical, whether they are or aren't. Discuss out loud why you agree with that, so you can use your language we've learned today, because something symmetrical has to be the same on each side. Remember that when you're thinking about these shapes. So let's look at the first one here now you've had a little think. So they've drawn a line of what they think is symmetrical. You've got to have a little think. If you were to fold this over to this side, it would not be the same shape, the same size either. So we know that this shape, this is not a line of symmetry there. The next one. Again here, we can see that this part of the shape is a lot smaller to this side, okay? So we know that that also is not a line of symmetry. Our third shape now. Again, like I said for the top one, if you were to fold this in half, would it be the same as the other side? So it would, wouldn't it? As we know, if you want to try that at home, you could cut out a triangle and fold it over and see if you agree as well. So this is a line of symmetry, as it is the same size on each side. And lastly, our fourth shape here. It is exactly the same as this shape here. Of course, it's a triangle, so it's just an upside down triangle here. So we know that if this is a line of symmetry, upside down, it doesn't change anything. It is also a line of symmetry. So now we can give them 2 crosses and 2 ticks. So well done if you got that right at home. Okay, so now we're going to look at another question on your worksheet. So we have a grid here, which is going to help us when we're drawing our 2D shapes. As long as you have a ruler and a pencil as well, it will be a lot simpler by using these little squares to help you draw those shapes. Here we go. So she has drawn a square, but she's just drawn it the other way around, so it also looks like a diamond. This little boy has drawn a square as well. However, his is the right way round. So now they're going to think about lines of symmetry. Hey, one of us has made a mistake. Have a think. So we've already discussed this a little bit. Has she drawn a square? Has he drawn a square? What do you think? Well done. So like I said before, she has drawn a square. However, it's just a different direction and it is a diamond, which looks like, however, if you tilt your head, it is still a square. So he thinks this is his line of symmetry. These squares can really help us now because we know that on one side we have 1, 2, 3 full squares and 1, 2, 3 half, so 3.5. And again on the other side, 1, 2, 3 full and 1, 2, 3 half square. So we know that he has drawn a line of symmetry. Now we're going to look at this little girl. Oh, there we go. Is this a line of symmetry? Pause here to have a little think. Think about counting the squares and see if they have the same amount on each side. Well done. So we know that we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 full squares on each side. Then they have another 2 there, same there, and again there. So well done. She has made a line of symmetry and she'll colour hers in now. So now we're going to move on to bronze and silver learning and our challenge of the day. So let's get going. This is our bronze sheet today looking at lines of symmetry, just like we did in the warm-up. Tick the shapes that have a vertical line of symmetry. Number 2, we want you to draw the lines of symmetry yourself for each shape, so please use a ruler when doing so. This is our silver sheet today. It says Annie is drawing a vertical line of symmetry on some shapes. Tick the shapes that have the correct line of symmetry. So do that there and talk to anyone at home if you need some help as well, linking to your warm-up we did together as well. Number 4, you're drawing a shape that has 6 sides and a vertical line of symmetry. So thinking very carefully what shape has 6 sides, think very carefully about the X we did last week. And then lastly, you have some halves of some shapes. Using their line of symmetry, we would like you to complete the shapes and then think about their sides and vertices. And lastly, our true or false challenge of the day. The vertical lines of symmetry are all positioned correctly. Is that true or false? Please write a sentence explaining why you agree or disagree using the word because.